Hello.
Hi Anusha, hope you can hear me.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, sir.
Perfect.
A very good evening to everyone joining us for today's session. So, on behalf of Student Nexus, we are thrilled to welcome you to all this awaited session and unleash your AI superpower, ChatGPT, career hacks, and public speaking for engineers. Sir, my name is Anusha, and we'll be the host for today's exciting session. So, we invite you, Mr. Abhilekh Verma, sir, Microsoft MVP in AI, Gen AI Trainer, Global Startup Mentor, today's session.
Thank you so much Anusha for welcoming me.
Thank you, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir,
and
you
I
can
hope
go
I'm
on with the
live.
session.
Yeah, I hope
Yes,
I'm
sir,
live
yes.
and audible and able to see my screen. I'll just present it 1 second and then I'll start, taking to.
Yeah, sir, sure.
So I think the easiest way is maybe to show my LinkedIn. I hope my LinkedIn is visible. Yeah, I guess I can probably. Yeah, I think my LinkedIn should be visible. If you can confirm. Let me check. Yeah, I think it is visible. Perfect. Okay, so let me quickly start. I know we are running few minutes late. Thank you everyone for joining in. I know the session is going to be a little prolonged, but I hope you get the enough value. The reason I wanted to start with LinkedIn is, of course, one of the key things what I have observed in terms of AI is, of course, having different kind of people in your network is more important, right? So I can share, like, this is what my LinkedIn profile looks like. Of course, I have tried to use a little bit of AI, right, as you can see on my LinkedIn. But then again, like, one of the key things is I wanted to highlight is, when you work with multiple areas, multiple companies, you have better visibility. So let's just say someone wants to search global startup awards and they can find me listed there. Similarly, we have women power platform, mentorx, hirednext, and much more, right? So all those communities where they want to search startups, they want to search, they can find my name. So that's how the AI actually works, right, in terms of the search capabilities and stuff. Now, one of the agenda of the topics today is talking about how do we use it in our career, right? I know a lot of students are here who want to know how they can implement AI in their career. I know ChatGPT is a little bit down sometimes, and I'm sure, like, if you have actually seen ChatGPT using it and things like that, you would have observed, like, there are times when chat gpt doesn't work, or sometimes it's like, it says, like, we are going to take some time more, and it is going to take some of the effort in terms of giving you the picture, right? So you might have asked a prompt to generate a picture, but it will say you, like, there are a lot of people generating it, right? So as you can see here, there are different kind of things you can do under chat gpt. I think Microsoft Copilot has also recently released. This is called as Deep Research, right? So this is like, it might take more number of seconds or minutes to do this. The reason why I ask everyone to use this rather than just use a basic, thing. With this, you will get a better kind of solution. So I think one of the key things I guess a lot of interns ask me is how to find paid internships. So let me write a prompt and show you how to see where are the options available for paid industry, right? So first is, we have to create a persona. I'm sure, like, you're understanding what a persona is. Basically a kind of an attribute or a kind of a thing which probably can define who you are. Okay, so let's just say, consider me as a fresher who is in engineering, studying, let's say, AI, and wants to land my first paid internship, okay, in a startup based in India. Okay. Uh, make sure I get the direct links to check and then make a vital decision. So I want the links also to check whether I make a decision. Give me the decision makers, best hired paid interns sample profiles as well. So there are two things what I am doing with the prompt. First is I am trying to consider myself as a fresher, and I want this AI tools like ChatGPT to find me an paid internship. I think this is like the most important thing for an engineering candidate to search right now. Now, of course, you see there is some kind of grammatical errors. So I have Grammarly. This is also an interesting software you can use, and it can automatically collect like all your errors and stuff like that, so that you don't have a grammatical mistake. Right, as you can see, it's smiling there. So I don't think there are much grammatical errors right now, except I think some of the connotations and stuff. So yeah, so let's just search this prompt, and I'll show you the difference what I'm doing with research. So when I put this as a prompt, now the next set of questions, of course, ChatGPT does a follow up. They're asking me, like, what kind of cities I'm looking. So first one is I'm looking for remote. Of course, you're occupied in school or college and you feel like you don't have time to travel as well. Second is what type of AI work. So basic level of AI work. It could be prompts, or even little bit of admin work. Okay, so something related which I think everyone can do. Third pointer is what is your current level of experience. Have done some projects, mostly on AI and ML. Okay, and have got some certifications from LinkedIn Learning. Okay, I think most of the students start with LinkedIn Learning before going to, let's just say, Coursera or other platforms, right? Are you looking for internships that start immediately or within a specified timeline? Uh, Within a week. Okay, so this is what I have given the prompt to ChatGPT, right? And let's just see what's the research. I'm also parallelly checking in my mobile, because I'm running this prompt in my mobile as well. And now you can see here it is going to take time, right? Because it is doing some kind of deep research versus what you actually search in ChatGPT, where you feel like, okay, sometimes the prompt which you have given is not giving you the right output. But as you see, it's going to take few minutes, but it is going to make me a better response. By the time it loads, I just wanted to highlight, like, I think one of the key things for a paid internship is having templates with ChatGPT, right? I mean, think about how are you reaching out to different companies. How are you reaching out with cold emails, cold calling and stuff like that, right? So I think one of the good tool, which I guess, of course, they are taking some sources, as you can see, so I can also evaluate, whether there is genuine source or not. So we'll see that later. But let's just say I want to reach out to different companies and I want to make a strategy. How do I reach out to multiple companies? So let's just go with a basic chat GPT model now. Now I will not, let's just say, go with the deep research. Okay, I want to go with the basic chat GPT model. Let's try that and check if that works, right? I think, and it's going to take some time, I guess, for this to load. Right, so what I'm going to do here is I am going to copy this. Right, so I'm just going to show you some example of what I really mean in terms of what I really feel should be the solution. Of course, I'm writing follow up uh, questions answers below, so it understands what is, because I've gone a little step ahead before asking them. Okay, let's go with the basic one, which might come quickly. Okay, let's wait for that one to come, but I think I'm just going to show you. Okay, so yeah, couple of seconds. So basically they have found me a company. As you can see, the company name is codebetter.in, and it is mentioning some sources like Indeed, LinkedIn, right? AI CV intern in India, they are hiring. It's a paid job. Again, on Indeed, there are more opportunities. Similarly, I can see GenAI's AI Consulting. It is for backend AI workflow and prompt engineering. Again, AICV intern it was showing previously as well. So this is also stealth startup. And then again, it is also giving me some numbers as you see with this, right? And of course, it's on Internshala. And the fifth one again is on International. Now, this is also an action step, which I wanted to also know, because I also want to know what it is going to do for me. So let's just say it is going to review these postings, apply to three, prioritizing the remote ones, which I want, right. These are some sample impaired profiles which got selected at these companies. This is interesting because you want to connect with Priya Sharma. You want to check how is she working, what kind of projects has she done, and let's just say this is a persona you want to become maybe to get selected at this company. So you can see, like, what kind of projects has she done with Hugging Face, what are the certifications she has done on LinkedIn Learning, right? And then of course what is the impact she has created. So maybe your resume can go a little bit tweaked it based upon every company you're probably applying to as a paid intern. Think about it, like let's just say they hired someone and your resume matches some of those things. There's very likely chances they will respond, of course being there's somebody already working into that field. Similarly, a stealth startup where I think it is Araf Patel who got selected, and this is what he has done. I can see he has computer vision with Python from LinkedIn Learning, and he has cleaned 5 key images, tuned data set, improved model accuracy by 10%. So these are the numbers, which a recruiter, or let's just say a founder in a startup, will look before hiring you a paid intern. These are the numbers you need to show you on a resume, in terms of the impact you're doing and if you want to get selected. Okay. And this is again some more complimentary thing, where you mention, like, you can start this week and you're ready to work 10 to 20 hours per week commitment. Okay. And then of course, what are the outcomes with your projects, as I mentioned, and then of course your ability to do admin tasks and stuff like that, right? And these are the next steps you need to do, and this is how you can land your first opportunity. Now, this is what we did with the basic ChatGPT research. Of course, we defined this factor as well. I need sample intern profile so that I can really make my profile similar to that, so that I have a better chance. Now here, if you see, it is still observing, as you can see, it's going very deep. It has already taken 39 sources versus, let's just say I go back here. I just have maybe a couple of sources, I don't know how many, right? Maybe one, two, three, four, five, right? That's it. So 5 sources versus it's doing deep research. I'm going to tell you a difference also once it is ready. I mean, we are going to talk about that, and we are going to discuss on that as well, right? And if you have any questions, of course, I'll take it at the end once I am able to see it, right? So I will try to take it right on that front as well, right? Now the next interesting part is, okay, this is the time when it's once it is ready, I'll tell you why I'm doing this deep research. One of the important things is, okay, you have found an internship, you have found a website where they are hiring, or let's just say a portal like Indeed, where they have actually found this company actually looking for something. How do you make sure that you differentiate your profile, right? How do you make sure that your profile is something different? One is, of course, you have seen somebody who is already working in that company. So there's likely chance, you can create profiles like Priya Arav, or someone, who's also working in another company, right? That is one. Second thing, what you can really do is probably, make your LinkedIn tweaked to your name. Okay, so this is one important thing. Like if I want to search you on your search engine, like if you go to my profile, you'll find that I don't use a number, or let's just say anything at the end of my name. So you can see I have tweaked it to Abhilekh Verma. So I don't have a number 1, 2, 3, 4. Most of the engineering graduates I have met, past maybe 3 to 4 years, what I have observed is they have a number here. Make sure this is removed. You can edit from the profile, and then of course you can make this. The reason why I'm telling this is it's very easy for you to probably land up in the search engine when it has your name rather than that number. Parallelly, this name, okay, so let's say for example my first name and last name is there in all my social media profiles, mostly 90 to 95 profiles. So I may be registered on around 2000 plus websites, but when you search by this title, you will get me, right? So you have to customize it in such a way where people are really able to identify, plus you land up in the first stuff, something like that. Now the next thing, okay, I guess this is going to take few more seconds, or I think it's ready. Okay, let me go this. Let me just explain you this, and then I'll show you a real quick hack. I think I have not shown it probably to a lot of people, except I mean some of the mentees I may have trained to different programs. So let's just say, this thing, like I have now a proper repository, because this took me 6 minutes to do the research, and this is what ChatGPT is going to charge, the PhD candidates, charging them $20,000. So think about it, how this research is so important. This is, by the way, free, and you're getting it for free, right? Now think about it, they have taken 41 sources instead of 5. They did 76 searches on your behalf. Of course, they didn't do a random Google search. They did a specific search for specific Okay, so I think I lost few seconds. Let me come back and see if I'm live. Let me check. Okay, it shows I am in the show. Perfect. So let me present my screen again. I mean, glad that Rish called me and informed. Okay, so now I think this one I've already shown about what is being done. Let's just say with uh, basic research, but let's just say with a deep research. One thing I highlighted is, I'm not. I'm sure I lost few seconds, but one thing I wanted to highlight. I mean, let me share my screen. I guess. Give me a second. Yeah. So one thing I wanted to highlight, I mean, few seconds back I was speaking, maybe I lost it, but one thing I really wanted to highlight, like when we were searching this kind of personas who were selected as an intern earlier, some of the links might be correct. Like for example, this is showing Subhashish Nayak, but let's just say I checked with Afros. You see the same link is being posted by ChatGPT because it's not trying to do that enough research, right? So you have to go back to ChatGPT and tell, like the link which you have given for Afros is actually not correct, and they will give you the right link. That is one. Second is, of course, you can just put this on a like a ChatGPT and let them search the link, right? But yeah, make sure to use this kind of information. And of course, there are multiple resources, as you can see, so you can always go back and check from where they have got this, right? And the most important thing which I wanted to highlight is, like a lot of people will do a lot of projects on GitHub. So your GitHub account has to be personal, and it has to be, sorry, it has to be open. It shouldn't be private. I've seen a lot of codes being made private. So make sure it is public so people can also land up to your GitHub page, right? I hope this is making sense to a lot of you. You can also write in, with your thoughts on this, right? So this is the first part which I wanted to show, which is again with the Chat GPT. If I want to find remote paid opportunities and stuff like that, let's go to the next part. Okay, so I have something which I wanted to share. One is of course finding paid internship opportunities. That is what we are discussing, right? But the most important thing is having the mindset, about why you need to start now. I mean, a lot of people ask me like, is AI the future? Is data science the future? Why do I need to do this, all these things, etc.? So I think the most important thing is yeah, I think my StreamYard is crashing. I don't know why, but I think it's just crashing. Give me a few seconds to again load back. Okay. So I think I'm back, and I don't know why my StreamYard is crashing again and again. Should be some error. Anyways, the next thing what I wanted to highlight is, of course, you understood about, let's just say, this paid AI opportunities. Now, what about the mindset? How do I get that mindset that I want to get this kind of opportunities? And how do I work with the future of work, which is generative AI? Right. So, I mean, how do I know about those real market trends? How do I know about the success stories? What's happening into the market? Where are those hackathons and stuff? So I'll go back and I'll do another research. Okay. This time I'm going to do a little bit different. So I'm going to use, instead of search the web, or let's just say run deep research, or let's just say things, let me use think for longer. Okay, so it's like going to use a little bit of reasoning power. Okay, so it is going to think a little bit longer, but it is going to give me the right kind of solution what I want, right? So just think about, what is the prompt I'm going to ask. Real world trends for paid internships and how to crack in India remotely. Suggest me 10 steps with a formula which is working currently in 2025. Please also list me. Please also list me some profiles with examples who cracked AI paid internships with unique ideas. Okay, so two things I'm doing. One is, of course, I want to know what is actually happening right now into the market, and it is going to think probably a little bit longer, and of course it is going to give me some kind of better kind of response. See, as you can see, like, it's trying to organize the response. It's doing something different than what you actually do in chat gpt, and that's bingo what I wanted. Now it is talking about AI driven role specialization. So right now, as AI is accelerating, startups are looking for interns not just for data entry, but to define the AI tasks. Example, one part is prompt engineering, fine tuning, or let's just say building lightweight computer vision prototypes, right? So example like Zoodle, they have mentioned they want prototype LLM powered features. So someone who knows this would crack an internship faster. Similarly, hybrid technical and soft skill experience. So recruiters are expecting a hard AML basics, which is Python and transformers, and soft skills as well, which I think right now a lot of startups are looking for. Yeah, just back. Give me a second. Yeah. So I wanted you to think like, what are you doing actually in your college, which is actually helping you to become better here, right? So think about it like, when I am talking about soft skills, like so collaboration and communications, what are the kind of things you're putting in your resume, right? The most important thing which I want you to highlight today is, with entry level roles contracting by 32% due to automation, how do you demonstrate both, that you know automation as well as you can do the basic data entry work and let's just say prompt engineering, right? So how do you demonstrate that right now? Because automation, right? So even let's just say, as a founder, I may not need you, let's just say, for some work, because I can automate my work. I can quickly create a PowerPoint presentation. I can use ChatGPT with Canva, design some great content with some great images. So I might not need an intern. So how do you differentiate yourselves? The most important thing what I feel right now you can differentiate is understanding, one is the market rank, having a better soft skills, and the most important, which I think a lot of people miss out, is AI doesn't have emotions. So you need to know when to do the right thing, and let's just say if there's a mistake which AI is doing, how do you correct that quickly? So that corrective action, right? So those kind of experiences you can put in case studies, or you can put in your portfolio, where how you let AI make a mistake with automation, and then you were able to correct it. You were able to differentiate yourself that way. Next is, I think a lot of people ask me how to have a great resume. I mean, I don't sometimes look at resumes and stuff. Sometimes I also look at maybe their different profiles, what they have on social media. So right now, are you actually available on different social media platforms? That's the most important thing, right? Are you actually designing some things which is different from the market? Do you have a chatbot website? Do you have a blog where you're actually using for customer service services like chatbots, or maybe you're design something which is helping some industry and stuff like that? Do you have enough project demos and portfolios, right? Have you done enough proof of concept? Have you participated in enough hackathons, right? So those are the important things you have to highlight. Of course, referrals is obviously going to work. I mean, I was giving somebody an rough estimate. Let's just say you want to land up of an internship. You need to do a 1000 outreach, just say through email, LinkedIn email, through cold calling, through going on a website and uploading your resume, multiple ways. But you need to reach 1000 companies, and that's how you land your best dream internship job, right? So you really need to go and do that numbers. If you feel like you just want to apply very qualitative and you want to not apply to many of them, unfortunately the time of you getting the opportunity might be also pretty prolonged, right? So make sure to apply to a lot of things. And of course, tier 1 internship is providing 30% slot for referral. Of course, this is like a interesting thing, because like they believe in getting referrals faster. So this is a resource given via a blog on internshala, right? And now the most important thing is, as an employer, they would like to save money. So this is what a general trend is, to accept an internship. As you can see, modest stipend 1000 to 20,000 per month. Now of course you might be thinking, why are people getting paid same at 20,000 versus 1000? Sometimes it's also the college it matters. Sometimes also your kind of experience, or let's just say your exposure to different projects, that also matters. So yeah, there are interns who make 20,000 per month, and there are interns who make 20,000. I don't know why it is dropping all of a sudden. Anyways, give me a second. Yeah. So I was talking about, let's just say if you're going for a physical internship and you're talking about these micro internships and stipend, I mean, you can negotiate. It's just that you can also negotiate some other things, maybe staying at a hostel, or let's just staying at a PG, or let's just say some benefits which the company can give, non-monetary. So that way you can negotiate and have a better stipend and a better kind of a profile with these things. And the last thing is, of course, there are different platforms where you can actually have your profile listed. I don't know how many of you know about Code Veda, right? So Code Veda is also a platform just like these two. So you can also register on that platform. And of course, this AI powered things will help you to find things for you, right? So of course, you can go and check what this Code Veda is. Now this is the actionable step. They have made a aim start formula. Very interesting, right? Looks very interesting. So this is how you want to get your first paid internship. If you actually have not got it yet, if you have got excellent, you can repeat and rinse and repeat. I did, I think, around 11 internships in my graduation, and I think 12 or 13 in my MBA. A lot of internships online, offline. So I did a lot. So the more you, the better it is. Right, so you can just see like these are different kind of things you can do. You can audit your skill gap. You can invest in some micro courses like with LinkedIn or different certifications you can do with Coursera. There's Udemy, there's many I think I can recommend. You can build projects, too many projects at least. One is recommended with chatbot, one is with RAG. Right, one page ATS friendly keyword research. Right, do not copy paste from the internet. Make it in a Word document and then use a little bit good format. Target platform, so just be active on this platform. Of course, I mean what is being said is looks good on the screen, but generally if you see, this is again AI recommending you, but from an emotional point of view, if you just apply 10 per week, you're not going to land that quickly. So I would still want you to do some generic as well, not 100 per week per se, but again 20-25 you should do per week. That is a good number I can say. Mix it with some generic ones, and of course like alumni, hackers. I mean, hackers means of course the one have great network. Influencers, as I can say another word, right? So ask them for referrals. Test it. Test your resume variants. I think this is the number one mistake a lot of interns do when they applied for a job or an internship. They got rejected. They don't go back and test two different resumes. I can hit one single company with two resumes, and they might reject my another resume, right? So that I need to track which resume is working, which is not working. So test and revise. This is something I want you to take today. And of course, blog this every week. Share whatever you're learning on the social media platforms like LinkedIn. Right. So this is a detailed background. Don't worry, I'll give you this direct link. There's an option, so you don't have to worry about noting all these things. I'll send it on an email to Harish and the team. So maybe they can probably send you all these things. But just it's just that I wanted to quickly highlight and wanted to share, right? Give me a few seconds and then let me check if my thing is working. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I was initially talking about the two things. I just wanted to quickly recap before you forget, right? So one of the thing what I spoke today is about how to find a paid research using deep research on ChatGPT. The same you can do with Copilot. You can do it on Perplexity. Right. Second thing I spoke is about the mindset. How do you make sure you understand about the real world trends? Right. What can we do to find those kind of successful people who might have already landed this kind of opportunity? Right. So that is the most important thing which you need to do, right? The next part which I wanted to discuss is prompt engineering, right? I mean, of course you have seen a lot of things on chat gpt, how I have written it. I am able to write it that way because I am able to practice it a lot. And of course I know, like, what kind of things chat gpt may understand, may sometimes omit to understand. So you can of course think about creating a repository of questions to ask ChatGPT, so that it can really understand that way, right? And of course, whether you're doing a debugging project, you're trying to create a great resume, or let's just say you're doing a project planning, make sure to provide as much information or your persona you can create on ChatGPT, which I feel right now a lot of people missing. So that is what I wanted to share on the prompt engineering part, right? Now quickly going to the next part, about career guidance. I think we have already spoken about how do we enable ourselves, with chat gpt and all those tools. But what are the other tools, right? What are the other tools I can actually look up to? So there are some of my favorite tools I use, I want to today share. Of course, I mean, you are free to give your comments about whether you like that tool or not. But of course I like some of the tools which I have actually used it on a regular basis. So I'm going to only recommend those which I feel are really adding value to my day-to-day things and stuff like that, right? So I'm going to show you a website real quick. I mean, which is actually going to be very very useful, because you will be knowing not just different opportunities, but you'll also be knowing different kind of work which you can quickly get. Okay, so let me just quickly share the screen. I hope like the moment StreamYard drops, I can log it back in. But yeah, let me share the website. Okay, so this is my favorite website. If you have actually attended any of my sessions, you would have already seen it, but just in case if you have not attended, so this is called as f6s.com, right? And then there's an option called free deals. You have to click this. When you click this button, you can literally find all those things what I want for free. Like example, okay, I can get Google Workspace license, which would cost me something like $2,640. It is going to be free for me, right? This is again based upon you need to be a new Google customer. and you have never applied to Google startup programs, or let's just say you probably should have a business email, right? So that is something important to get with this. But again, there are a lot of ways how you can have your business email. Think about it. You get a website and you start using that website, let's just say saying you're running a startup, you're in the idea phase. That also works, right? Similarly, we have GitHub, right? I think a lot of you are here developers, so yeah, I mean, this is also, if you're building some startup, you have an interesting idea, you have 1 year of GitHub Enterprise. This is, by the way, you get up to 20 seats, which is very costly, something like 5,000 USD, right? But again, you have to see all those criteria before you actually apply and get it, right? So I'm just showing you some of the best which is available on this free platform. But you can again go back in detail and then select whatever you want. So right now I come from hardcore sales background, so I want more solutions which will help me with sales, right? So I click the button sales, and then I want to see which is okay. I mean, of course, I can have free trials with Salesforce and all those beautiful CRM softwares, right? I can see I can have free trials with PandaDoc, PyDrive, and then let's just say JotForm, for example. It is free to start right away, right? So I can go quickly and I can install it, and I can start doing CRM plus surveys and stuff, just like SurveyMonkey or Google Forms or Microsoft Forms, right? So I can quickly go and get this solution. Just click this button, just put my business email ID and then get everything for free, right? So this is also an example. There's something called a Stoke Hub AI CRM. So this is also available at 0 per month, right? And you can keep going on. This is list is a ongoing link, so I am not going to stop here in terms of telling this. So this is something I wanted you to highlight, which you should have, right? You might also notice like I used a lot of tools, so one of my interesting tool I wanted to show is called Sidekick. You should make it a note, right? I don't know like how many tabs it can open at a single time, but I think it depends. Like, sometimes it can help me do a lot of things together. So let's just say you want to do WhatsApp. Maybe you want to have one tab for WhatsApp, one for Gmail, one you want to have Slack, one for Discord, let's just say Zoom. You have ChatGPT, calendar, your LinkedIn, and then let's just say project management, I have Asana. So all this in a single tab, and as you can see like how much memory I have used. And by the way, this is free tool, and of course there's a limitations of what free things you can do. Once you get on a paid basis, maybe you can figure out a coupon code or things from F6S, get some subscription here for free, maybe 3 months or 6 months. That could be a great idea. You can start around, but if you want to try with free, it's very easy to just register and get it done, right? So I am not doing an affiliation or anything, but it's just that I wanted to show you some of the good tools, right? I think this is one of my favorite tool, which is called as Sidekick, right? So I'm just showing you live how I can do multiple things just in a single thing, right? So this is what I wanted to highlight. Okay. And coming back to F6S, so there's also a thing called apply. So if you have a startup idea and you feel like you want to apply to different programs, maybe you're looking for incubations, let's just say in different cities. Think about you're looking something closest to you. So maybe you're based, let's just say, I'll just take an example. So I am actually, let's just say based in Hyderabad, and I want to look for a program where I can apply. So I can see there's something with T Hub, with Triple IT, something with Bal Vikas, right? Something with AIC, Triple IT Hyderabad, there's T Hub, there's ISB, so many competitions, right? Whatever is written, you can quickly go, you can get the info, you can apply right away, right? So this is a shortcut I see, and you can again filter it. So tomorrow you feel like, okay, I want to try something what's happening in Singapore. I want to check what's actually happening in this country. So I can see like, okay, there's something healthcare event happening, which I can be part of. Co-foundry Singapore, there's Apple Seed, right? There's AI Maker. So there's, the list keeps going on, right? It just keeps going on, and based upon your profile, it will give you suggestions which to apply and things like that, right? So this is how you can do. You can also probably find different markets which you want to get interested in. I also wanted to showcase a website today real quick, because this is all about different tools. So I think Notion AI, right? I mean, a lot of you already know. So I will give you a free code through F6S, and you can probably apply and get a Notion AI for I think 6 months. Right. So Notion AI is one of my favorite. I don't want to show Notion AI. I'm sure everyone uses Notion AI. But what I would want you to see is maybe the prompts. This is, I mean, my favorite. So you can see like this person has really built a interesting 18,000 word prompt, right? 140 ChatGPT prompts, marketers for marketers, which is for marketing. It has literally how to do lead generation, and this same idea you can use for applying for jobs. You can use it for searching for freelancing work and things like that, right? So there are different ideas you can do. So here you can see there are different things, different headlines. As you can see, it might be loading up. There might be a little lag on let's say live with StreamYard, but you can see there are like branding, reputations, content marketing, competitive analysis, crisis management, right? Customer experience and loyalty, email marketing. Let me show you the interesting part. Okay, so something like, let's just say, lead generation. So what are the prompts available? 600 prompts available lead generation. So I think one of the key thing what I see on my screen is different headlines. Okay, so one for example is showing me like lead magnet creation. Another is showing email marketing and nurturing of leads. Another is landing page optimization, then lead capture form, and then social media generation. So these are like ready-made prompts. I just click here, or let's just say I can open it in another tab. If you feel like you want to do a side pick, you can do like this. You can just put it and see it on your side, or let's just say you want to open it in a new tab. So you can click here and you can click open in new tab, right? So both options you have. You don't want to lose this side, so that is what you can do. Another is, of course, you can click here. Once you click here, it will open it for you, and you can also paste it like this, right? Or also you can probably search different actions under it as well, right? So this is how you can probably copy paste. I mean, I use different tools, so it's easy for me to copy paste, but again, we'll go on the later part. So you can see there are so many 600 prompts on this, and this list keeps increasing, of course. Like so you can also build a repository. In fact, you can club it and make it like a book and actually sell it to a larger audience, because I mean, like, you have 18,000 prompts, right? Which might be so useful for a large audience that way, right? So I hope this is going to be super useful for you. Now let me go to my sidekick, and I just wanted to show you one important thing. This is something I was researching on the Dubai market, because I'm traveling, I think, in few days to Dubai. So I just wanted to see what are the startups really working in Dubai. So I can literally go and search different kind of startups on this platform. It's called hackernoon.com, and I can literally find whatever I want at the quick thing, and I can literally see like there are so many startups in Dubai. So for example, there are 1400 startups. You want to do freelancing, you can get the list from here. Similarly, let's just say I want to see what's happening in my city. Okay, so I want to go a little bit deep. I want to try what's actually happening in Hyderabad. So I'll just open Hyderabad, and I will see what are the startups already registered in Hyderabad. They have ranked well in there and things like that. So my startup also is there, I think, in the top 6 in Hyderabad right now. There are more. I mean, you can keep finding it on this list. So this again happens with voting and stuff. So you can find all this information, and you can reach out, because there's a direct button click. You just click this and you can get the website of, let's just say, digital ops. So think about it, how many opportunities can you find from this website? It could be internship, it could be freelancing, it could be finding whatever you want, right? Any kind of resource you need, right? So literally you can get it from this. Of course, it is based upon cities and also based upon industries. Let's just say my expertise is AI, right? Just to double check, I'm live on StreamYard, right? Yeah. So let's just say my interesting is industry is AI, and I want to see what's happening in AI. So I will maybe I like chatbots more. So I want to reach out to companies who are building chatbots. Maybe I want to know how these chatbots are working. So there are 189 companies. They know how to build chatbots. They are purely into this. And of course, this is the one, a woman-led startup called Pedia Gaming, which is number one in the world right now, which is the winner, for chatbot right now. So you can see, you can reach out and see how well is the chatbot made, right? So you can find so many companies, and literally you can open any of their websites and see if it is working. And if it is working, you can go and check what is there and what is not there, right? So as you can see, like, something is there on this website. You can check if it is relevant to you, and then you can probably think and work around. I think it is a mostly a telecom provider services, like maybe lease line and stuff. So Tata Tele Services, that's what it shows in Delhi, right? But they also are put in chatbot, of course. Telecom industry is also having great chatbots, right? So we can see in that. Okay, so this is one interesting thing I wanted to show. This is called hackernoon.com. Please note it down, and I'm sure you can go back to this. Okay, I'm live on StreamYard again. Okay, just wanted to double check. Okay, so what we covered today, again, I just wanted to revise, because I think a lot of people might feel like they have got a lot of information. So I think one of the key things what we are looking at is different kind of tools and different kind of prompts right now. I mean, GitHub Copilot is also an interesting tool. So MVPs get this as a complimentary access for the year. There's Perplexity. I know Perplexity is also one of the favorite tools you can use to get faster results in prompts. And of course, the most important what I wanted to highlight is with chatbots, you can make different AI assistants that can help you with the time management. Let's just say you have 15 assignments to do in a particular month. You have a lot of things to do along with exams happening maybe after 1 or 2 months. How do you let AI assistant work for you? So you can go back to this chatbot websites and then probably get a trial version of them. Start giving a good prompt and let the chatbot remind you with everything. You can put an alarm in your mobile as well. Parallelly, the next part is implementation part. So if you can learn a little bit of training the models, you can also start getting that implementation as well. So that is what is very useful for your study, your projects, and also your exam preparations, right, with AI, right? Now, the next thing quickly I want to jump in. I know we are racing towards the 9 o'clock time. We will have some more hours, some more maybe time to discuss about Q&A and stuff like that at the end as well. But before that, I wanted to highlight is one of the key things is personal branding, right? I think this is what I see right now missing everywhere, right? So just going back to my LinkedIn, I mean, I'm not saying my profile is the best. I'm still learning. Everyone keeps learning, right? But again, with this followers comes a lot of responsibilities because you really need to be updated with what is happening. So on an average, how many people are you adding is also important, because remember, you can only accept 30,000 connections. The moment you accept 30,000 connections, you cannot accept any good connection tomorrow. So make sure whom you are adding as a follower is worth your time. Because if you just randomly add followers, tomorrow you may not be able to accept new connections once you hit that 30,000 number. I'm still 7,000 short of the 30,000, but I believe I'll reach that much faster because of a lot of public speaking. So I'm going to share you some websites where I did public speaking, and where you can also start generating some kind of opportunities. So one of my favorite, I believe, to show you is Sessionize. I know a lot of you already know this, so it's not something new for a lot of folks. But just in case if you feel like, okay, you don't know this, or maybe you have not understood this platform and things. So this is how the platform looks like. This is my public profile. I'll just quickly show you basically how you can design your profile first. So the first and the foremost thing is, of course, you need to see which opportunities you're looking in. So change the city. Okay, so let's say I'm right now saying middle of Delhi. Okay, so I'm looking for opportunities in Delhi. So I've changed my location to Delhi to find opportunities in Delhi, right? So I can see which are the places I can apply as a public speaker, right? Now the next thing what I wanted to highlight is having batches. This is again going to happen if you're very active on this platform. Last year there were 38,000 speakers, and they selected 1,000 speakers who have got this title. Right, so if you really do a lot of public speaking, a lot of community work, a lot of trainings, and it's via this platform, or you register on this, so then there's a likely chance you might also get this title next year, right? Because they might be also evaluating for next year. This is by the way MVP title, so this is also possible. It can be done. It's just a little bit of effort. You need to promote Microsoft products like Copilot and ChatGPT, and also share your knowledge to the product expert teams about how they can do things better. That is really important. And maybe you can do podcasting, you can do startup mentorship. You can also let's just say start teaching someone in a college. That is also a startup mentorship, right? So maybe tomorrow they want to start their own company, so you can advise them from the scratch, right? These are my areas of expertise. I mean, of course, a lot of people will say like you can increase your area of expertise, but this is the limitation you have on this platform. So you can only select a limitation of 5 expertise. So make sure you select the right domain and the industry. These are the topics I selected, and these are the sessions which I am trying to give lectures. So let's just say I want to give a lecture with Apple platform. So this is a lecture I'm trying to give. Let's say Copilot. So I want to give something with Fabric and Power BI. Something I want to give on .NET with GenAI. Right. Something on LLMs, or let's just say something on generative AI for marketing professionals. Right. Or let's just say something for building attack vectors. Right. Or let's just say how male mentors can actually accelerate women in AI in startups, how you can help women break into AI, get them more public speaking opportunities, or how you can scale up with AWS. So you can see like there are different kind of topics I have listed, and I've tried to apply, and then I'll show you the different kind of opportunities I got selected through this portal only. Okay, so I'm just going to show you something to show you. there's a lot of opportunities. So you can see like starting with 2023 and 2024, like you can see a lot of opportunities, and these are different cities, countries, remote or maybe physical, right, each year, right. I think I started with AI Copilot this year with Dubai, and then started doing a lot. Did with Experts Live, I think, for Hyderabad, Saudi Arabia, Baku, then Pune, right? Again, Azure AI Connect, St. Louis, Los Angeles, Leeds, Kuala Lumpur. So you have to keep participating, keep getting selected. That's how you can get this title again. This year I did recently with China, couple of them. One's remote, and then one was online. One was physical in Beijing. With Linux for Foundation, which was PyTouch Day China. So you can also start, applying and getting selected. Uh, with a lot of things. I think one is upcoming in October, as I can see, right? Something in August, July, right? And multiple locations, as you can see. I think, yeah, this is the Dubai one, which is, I think, probably upcoming movie after 6 days. I think it's on 11 schedule at Microsoft Dubai. So there's a lot of opportunities you can apply and you can get selected. The only thing I wanted to highlight is you have to go to Discover events, where you can find those opportunities. You can see these white dots. These are the places I have delivered. Now I want to see, let's just say in Delhi, so I can go to nearby to see if in case something is available. So I can say, okay, not Delhi, but it is Chandigarh. So I can go and check what are the benefits I get. Let's just say I want to apply, and I want to see, where it is happening. Oh wow, it's happening at Infosys, right? It's happening in a company space, right? And of course, networking, swag, and snacks included, right? So this is what is the benefit which I can get with this part at Chandigarh meetup, right? So this is just an example of how I can find opportunities in different cities. Right now, let's just say these are suggested based upon maybe something I may have selected previous time, or something based upon, as you can see, my skill set, as you can see, right? Community AI, right? Again, in person, right? Again, AI. So these are also suggestions they'll give you. So that also you can tomorrow go. Even online also you'll find. So that also you can apply with public speaking, right? So they're pretty much too many. There's a huge database you can apply to, because you just have to change your what do you say, your city, or your country, if you are also looking for applying globally, right? Let's just say there's another PyCon I can see. I got through PyCon China. Let's see what it is. It is showing me PyCon Ireland, right? Ireland is in Dublin. Okay, it's in Dublin, right? So let me just see what these opportunities are, and then I can see whether it is useful for me, right? It is showing in Dublin, and of course, they are looking for AI agents. Okay, so this is in my field. I would love to apply for this. Right, see you in Dublin. Right, and this is like what you need to submit. What is your description? What kind of talk you want to give? So of course you want to do basic Python, or you want to go in depth, right? So what kind of things you want to do? Whether you want to do AI engineering, LLMs, agentic AI, RAG. I think this is my something I can do. I can do NLP, right? So some relevant things I can see. Or let's just say you want to do with academic applications. Okay, you want to teach what is happening with business applications, hobby, and things like that, and stuff like that, right? So of course, and they are having some a cap of 350 pounds, I guess. Yeah, this is pounds. So maybe you multiply it be, I don't know how much it is, 120, 130. I mean, pound is little increase. So this is the budget they have, and they will pay you for this, for this event, right? So this is what I just wanted to show. You can apply to multiple things, get selected, and get a lot of information, right? Let me go back and just check if I'm live there. Yeah. Okay. Fine. So again, just to recapitulate about what we discussed in public speaking. So we discussed about a platform called Sessionize, right? We also discussed about you need to be putting your relevant industry. You also need to put, let's just say, your personal branding in such a way where people are searching you, they should land up to your profile, right? That is one. Another thing I wanted to highlight is on LinkedIn. Okay, so for example, when you're searching a job opportunity, when you're going on the tab, when it on the top, like it will written www.linkedin.com/jobs and slash whatever is the backlink. There is something called as written as 86,400. Okay, this 86,400 is nothing but seconds. That means you might have put a filter, let's just say on LinkedIn, searching for opportunities in past 24 hours. There's a filter you can put. Now I want to see past 1 hour, so I can change 86,400 seconds, which is 864,000. I can change it to 36,000, because 3,600 seconds is nothing but 60 minutes, right? So basically, you just go and change on the top of that website, LinkedIn, and then you can find an opportunity which is just posted an hour ago. So this is one hack I wanted to share real quick before I summarize. Right. Other than that, what we discussed with public speaking was different kind of approaches. How do you need to put, and then of course see what are the benefits needed. I mean, a lot of people have this fear, like, if you use AI, you might not get an opportunity. Believe me, I have used 80% of my lectures, the content specifically with proposals, AI. But the caveat emptor here is, or the caution here is, I first put all my thoughts into AI and let it make it better rather than just asking the AI blindly, saying, "Can you give me a topic to apply or can you give me the content to do?" No, I don't do that. I just sit alone. I just sit and think about, okay, what could be a great topic? Let's just say for this session, I want to talk about public speaking mastery. I want to talk about career hacks, chat GPT. So I wanted to think, what are the things I can put it across in a less than 90 minutes, and then explain it to every one of you. So I just put across all my thoughts, summarized it to myself, and then went to ChatGPT, giving a better prompt, saying, "Consider me as XYZ persona, shared them my LinkedIn, and design things according to my way of teaching, my way of sharing things and stuff like that." And then they were able to understand it, and then they were able to create something which is relevant to students, right? Now, if you ask me, I do trainings for startups, I do it for corporate employees, I also do for data scientists, I also do for faculty members, I also do it, let's just say for VCs and angels, right? They've recently started interacting with me on AI. So there are different markets, different kind of people. So what I teach right now will be very different for them. So it is the AI which is able to segregate for me and making my life easier. Of course, I may have a brilliant idea, but then the execution part. So AI is my companion, which is helping me with the execution part, right? Think about it, all these tools. I spoke about today Perplexity. I spoke about Copilot, ChatGPT, right? I spoke about Notion AI. I spoke about Canva also. I think I spoke a little bit. So there's also now Canva AI, if you know, right? So if you have a paid subscription of ChatGPT, you can use it for whatever you want. Yeah, my bad. So if you have a paid subscription of, let's just say, ChatGPT, so you can actually use that and basically get the Canva AI complimentary, because a lot of tools I have seen inside ChatGPT. If you have that, you can use an extension to get it for free. So that is one suggestion. If you take a ChatGPT license, I know ChatGPT is going offline. By the way, I saw in the news recently, and I can literally see like it will be offline for a week. So just be sure to see which is the exact time when they are getting offline. Mostly in a week timeline, they'll go offline. So be sure to take check that as well, right? And again, like your social media presence is something I really wanted to highlight, right? So I'm going to share you some of the stuff inside my LinkedIn which I will advise for yourself. Okay, I don't have a profile of yours right now, but I'm going to share you some of the things which I did, which I believe you should also do. Not just part of personal branding, but also to land up opportunities, whether it is public speaking, freelancing, or getting a job or an internship, right? So I'm going to show you something very quick about what I want to share with you on LinkedIn. Give me a second. Yeah. So basically, this is what my LinkedIn is. First and the foremost thing, okay? Now, LinkedIn is giving an option where you can have a slideshow like this. So as you can see, there are different things. This is me, by the way, sharing my information and stuff. This is China, and this is, by the way, Japan, right? So I just put two of those countries, giving a lecture, panel discussion, and things. In these two fantastic countries, I had chance to go recently this year, 2025. So you can put this like a slideshow. This is more interesting if you feel you can do that. Parallelly, I also talk to a lot of people who speak Chinese. So I have a profile in Chinese. So if you feel you want to target a particular country, or you want to talk to a people who can understand your profile in that language, so you can also create that in multiple profile languages with LinkedIn gives. This is what I was talking about. My profile, public URL, it has to be my name. So please make sure you're changing it. If in case you feel like, okay, your profile is already taken, somebody is also with the name, then put a full stop in between or put a dash in between. So at least you'll still not compromise on adding one, two, three numbers and stuff like that, right? So this is what something I wanted to share on a basic thing. Next and the most important thing is having your email ID. I generally don't put my corporate email ID because I've been getting a lot of emails and a lot of things little hard. So I just changed it and I just put my personal email ID. So if you're using a company email ID, let's just say you're interning somewhere, do not put your company email ID. You might get a lot of spam as well. So I changed it and put my thing. So whatever you want, whether you want a paid talk, consulting, you want to do as an influencer, do brand partnerships. I've done with maybe 15, 20 companies last month, right? So they do reach out to me and I do, share their information online, offline, right? Of course, this is something you need to add your services, right? Trainings and stuff. Of course, you can put a price if you want. If you feel you're not comfortable, you can hide it. But again, you can put what you want to do. I mean, let's just say I do mentorship to early stage startups. But again, I need to qualify what kind of startups I want to work with. Now, somebody says, they are building something like a renewable energy thing. So I have to look for the right resource before I actually directly say yes to them, right? Because I need to have that kind of expertise knowledge. At least I need to have people who have that knowledge, right? So make sure you also accept things which is relevant to your stuff, and then of course keep sharing whatever is coming on your platform. This section, for example, I have to still improvise, because again it's just been made recently. But yeah, if you have certifications, if you have any screenshots, do add it. In your college days, just add more photographs and stuff. I think my clan, or let's just say my team, won the freshers award, so I've put it. So if you have won any award in college, you can also highlight it, right? If you have got a rank in college, if you have got scholarship, anything, it could be anything, you can highlight it, right? If you have won at a badminton competition, you can highlight it, whatever you want, but just make sure to highlight it. Add as many certifications as possible. As you can see, there are only 65 showing, but I do have more than 130. I'll be keep uploading shortly. A lot of them, it's there on my repository with Google Workspace. But keep adding all those licenses and certifications which you get, which might add value to your profile. Projects, yeah. So if you have done freelancing, if you have done something in your MBA, make sure to add it. If you've done, sorry, in your engineering, right? So make sure to add it. Or let's just say, if you have done something on GitHub, you can also add here the projects, right? So it becomes easy for someone like an employer to look up to it. If you're also trying to, do some kind of volunteer activity, I think this was paid, but let's just say you can also put it in volunteering activities as well. So that way, you can probably, get a little bit more coverage, right? This is the most important thing. Like, for example, like if you see, like, people generally put less number of skills. I've seen only on LinkedIn, put all possible skills. Let's say, for example, I got a certificate for appreciation for judging imaging come with Microsoft, right? So this, how many people have endorsed me, right? So I can see three people have endorsed. So you can add as many skills as well. Now this MVP didn't come until I added, right? So this happened, I think, last December. So I put maybe recently, right? A skill set which is interesting. A lot of people can go to my profile, they can see like I have a skill set like MVP. So they can know, okay, this person is MVP. So I mean to say, you can add as many skills as you want, and of course, you can have more endorsements that way. More, this is very important. More recommendations is important. I believe in giving back to the community. So give more support to your community. You will automatically get recommendation. I never basically pitch someone to give me recommendations. I have more given recommendations than received. Right. So this is also something I would like to highlight. Next is, of course, like I have written some books. I've written some articles. I've done some personal branding with Singapore-based companies. So I feel like, you, if you have done any articles, if it is live, if you have saved it in your drive, just put that link as publications as well. And of course, like if you have representative India somewhere, or let's just say tomorrow you plan to go to a hackathon and probably, represent, get selected in the finals and things, so you can also put things like that. Parallelly, make sure you follow the right set of groups, which you want to do. Of course, I do a lot of mentorship, so I have a lot of inbuilt groups which I am following, right? And then, of course, what kind of newsletters you want to do. I follow a lot of schools. The reason being, I really want to know what's happening globally. So this also is a good thing. You can follow a lot of schools, and of course, causes also is something I'm sure everyone is doing. So this is a gist about what you can do. But again, when you go to this tab called resources, so you can download your LinkedIn profile. This you can put it as a, what do you say, like a portfolio of your services. You can go to link.tree and put all those links under one header, and probably set up all your things and stuff like that, right? And also you can save some posts. You can analyze and you can do a lot of things, right? So this is something I wanted to quickly highlight and share it with all of you, right? I think there's one more last thing I wanted to share, but before that I'll just stop screen sharing. Give me a second. Okay. So the last thing which I wanted to share, considering the fact we have some time for Q&A remaining, so the most important thing which I wanted to highlight in terms of a career growth, moving from, let's just say, a graduate to someone landing up their first job, starting up their first startup, or let's just say, looking to get that one important opportunity. The one learning I wanted to share is, don't look for shortcuts. Always look for long term goals, always look for long term impact, and always look for, the important thing is about relationship with people. Do not think about a one time game, like you found an opportunity and then say them goodbye. Just make it a habit to connect with them, maybe after 10 years, 15 years. I have connected with some of my clients who probably hired me in 2006, and they are still working with me, and it is 19 years I have been working with them. So I'm just talking about having good relationships. It's not just always about having clients, but also vendors. It could be someone whom you know personally. So having good relationships really adds in the future. You never know. They might come up with you with some new opportunity. And I've actually landed a lot of new opportunities. More will be updated soon on my LinkedIn. So that's what I wanted to highlight. And I'm assuming I have 10 to 20 minutes for Q&A. So I'll go back and give it to Anusha so that we can take any Q&A if we have, so that we can wrap it up. So yeah, thank you everyone for attending this session. And if you have any QA, happy to do. Yeah, thank you, Naila. So I'm looking forward if there are any questions, and I'm happy to take. Let me also check if there are any comments. Okay, no comments, no questions yet. Anyone wants to share anything on, let's just say, where are we live? We are on LinkedIn, right? Here. Let me check where are we live. Okay. So I'll wait for a few minutes then. I think if you have any questions, otherwise we'll wrap it up quickly. So let me also check if there are any questions. Yeah, the Q&A is on. Or is there a way I can check on the social media profiles? Okay. Or if there are any questions I may have missed in between, like if they were, I mean, maybe Anusha, if you feel there are some questions I may have missed on the stream, or let's just say chat, I can answer if you can help me with that.
No, sir, everything is okay.
Okay, perfect. Then I think if everything is okay, thank you, for inviting me, and I hope this session was really useful. If there are any comments, if there are anything anyone wants to learn, do reach out to me, and definitely follow the Student Nexus platform. I know there's a lot of things learned today, so let's just go back and thank them for having this amazing community, and helping us reach some good things in goals for 2025. So thank you, Anusha, and thank you, Student Nexus, for having me.
Yeah, sir, thank you so much for your wonderful session. I think it is very much useful for our students. And thank you for being a mentor and advisor for our Student Nexus community. We appreciate your time
Sure,
and
thank you so much,
energy.
Anusha.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye.